Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sankara. This video will be useful for the human rights students as well as the international law students also. Today, we are having a cursory overview about the United Nations Organization, which was founded on 24th October 1945, and the name was given by Franklin D. Roosevelt, United Nations Organization. Hope you have read its charter also. You know the difference between a declaration, convention, covenant, charter, say article and section, and I have made a separate video on that. The United Nations Organization, the aim is mainly to preserve the international peace and to prevent the scourge of war. That means the organization doesn't want any third world war to take place because already they have seen the damage caused during the World War I and World War II. Of course, we all know that League of Nations was formed, but it has become a failure, and later the meeting at San Francisco. So they came out with the best organization, United Nations Organization. Right? So the aim is to save the succeeding generations from the war and to develop the fundamental faith in the human rights and equal rights for men and women, and to see that there is social progress. This is the main aim of the United Nations Organization. Please don't forget these 4 points. Then, how many organs are there? Of course, umpteen number of organs are there, but only thing is you have to study about 5. Previously, we used to tell 6 also, that is Trusteeship Council. From 1994 almost, I think it has become defunct, therefore we are not telling. But anyway, let us have 1 or 2 sentences, let me tell on that also. So, the main organs are number 1, General Assembly, number 2, Security Council, number 3, the Secretariat, number 4, ECO, SOC, Economic and Social Council, and number 5, the International Court of Justice, number 6 is the Trusteeship Council. So, General Assembly, this is just like our Parliament. So, General Assembly will be consisting of 193 member nations, and everybody has got one vote. Every year they will be conducting meetings, and their meetings are focusing mainly, their discussions, their recommendations and review are on the human rights, international peace and other things. So whatever is happening in the world, they will have a discussion, they will review the measures, and they will give the recommendations also. But of course, here the main point is, these recommendations, they are not having the binding effect. Of course, international law, when you read the subject, there will be a question whether international law is law or not. And even ICJ comes, we will discuss that also. So the present president of the United Nations General Assembly is Dennis Francis. He is from Trinidad and Tobago. So they are the elders, or just like our Rajya Sabha, they are the elders organization. The second, the most powerful, Security Council. Security Council, it is having 15 members, out of which 5 are permanent members, and they have got the veto power. If they reject any proposal, if one of them rejects any proposal, the proposal cannot move forward. This is the power of the veto. Those countries are China, France, then Russia, UK and USA. Right? They have got the veto power. So, United Nations Security Council, they have got, it is actually very powerful organization. Their functions are peaceful settlement of the disputes between the nations. Peaceful settlement of the disputes between the nations. And if necessary, they can deploy the peacekeeping forces. Second, if it is a legal dispute, if any point of law, then Council will refer the matter to the International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice has got advisory jurisdiction also, just like our Supreme Court. And preventive and enforcement of peace and security. If necessary, they can send the peacekeeping forces, they can go in war also. That is the action. So already I told you regarding the domestic jurisdiction. Normally, according to Article 2, Clause 7 of the United Nations Charter, one country cannot interfere into the domain or domestic jurisdiction of other country. But UN Security Council can interfere if necessary. So the present Secretary General, actually I have to tell you at the time of Secretariat, but the present Secretary General of the Council is Antonio Guterres, very famous person. Previously Ban Ki-moon was there, presently Antonio Guterres. Then third one is the Secretariat. So you should have an administrative wing for the running of the smooth administration and also of the organization. So for smooth running of the United Nations and for the administration of its policies, so Secretariat is there. This is headed by a Secretary General. Secretariat is just their administrative wing. Then ECO, SOC, Economic and Social Council. This plays a very important role. So the member nations or the universe, they should develop economically and culturally and socially also. Economic and social wing. So normally for the economic and social advance of the people, they will make effort. They will be having 18 members. These 18 members, they will be discussing the economic and social issues and send recommendations to the member states. So the economy of this country is leading to recession. Be careful. The social structure is going to. So when there was a dispute between Serbia and Yugoslavia, between Muslims and Christians, yes, the ECO, SOC warned them. Of course, they know is ultimately the peace-speaking forces, they have to enter the arena and bring peace. Second, to recommend promotion of human rights and fundamental freedoms. So, very good organization because social development. Unless you recommend promotion of human rights, who is going to take care? మనం కూడా మెత్తగా చెబితే వింటాం, నెత్తి మీద మొట్టిగా వేస్తే వింటాం. Right. Third, to coordinate the administration of the special agencies. There are certain other social organizations, certain other economic functions are there. So they will correlate or coordinate with all of them. Then the International Court of Justice or World Court. The seat is in Netherlands. So the Hague. International Court of Justice, it takes up the matters relating to the disputes between countries. And please remember, yesterday I told you the jurisdiction. So the member countries or the dispute countries, they have to surrender to the jurisdiction of Supreme International Court of Justice. Then only they will take up the matter. Right? So they have got advisory jurisdiction also. It is a permanent court to solve the international disputes as per the Hague Conference. It will have 15 members and the Chief Justice is called the President. Present President is John E. Donow. John E. Donow from USA. And incidentally, our judge is also there, Sri Dalveer Singh Bhandari. He has been elected right from 9 years or 12 years like that. Right? So, International Court of Justice is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations Organization. And they have got another court, that is ICC, International Criminal Court is also there. The last one, 6, is Trusteeship Council. Of course, already told you from 1994, this is not at all, not in function. So, actually they have to take care of the progress of the trusted territories and the human rights of the inhabitants and their progressive development towards the self-governance. So, trusted territory of Pacific Islands, very recently Palau, they have been also liberated. But anyway, Trusteeship Council is not that important. So, these are the principal organs of the United Nations Organization. So, this is only for your information. Of course, in the human rights, you may not get any examination point of view. It's not that important except the International Court of Justice. Alright, so with this, I am concluding. Thank you very much.